You may have noticed something different about my office space. I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's see if I can fix it right now on stream. All right, that's good. Good enough. All right. Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm sitting here in my billion-dollar office on the Halo Orbital from Halo 3. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something today, um, and it has to do with demonetization. One of my favorite streamers, I guess he's not really a streamer, he's a YouTuber. Um, Tell him boy, got demonetized. Not only did he get demonetized, but I guess he got laid off, and that really hurts. Hits home too. So I wanted to go watch his video on his parent getting laid off and his channel getting demonetized. Guys, you guys gotta understand. I've been doing this for 2 months, so I don't really know anything about YouTube like that. I got like these fancy tech skills. Yeah, like ooh, I got this green screen going for me now. But um, I don't know. It it's not like I'm like super creative when it comes to my videos. Okay. Um. Anyway, nobody's actually watching this, so I'm talking to no one, and I'm just going on and on, just perfecting my skill in Yapology. Okay. So let me pull him up. This is Tellin' Boy's YouTube channel, and homie's at 8,000 subscribers, dude. That's I've been here since the beginning. That's what's up. So he's doing well, and I hope that they accept his appeal. He has a buymecoffee.com, so if you want to buy him some coffee, I might open one of those. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. You can donate to your friend, Mr. Random Internet Dude. Okay, so um, the best way you can support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And hit that like button for me if you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch or on Kick, maybe on X one day, but right now it's not happening. But anyway, let me stop yapping. Let's get right to the video, okay?
Starting with how.
All right, I have to start it over because
Hello, welcome back to the show. I'm
I
your host,
watched it
Tellin'
already.
Boy. Our today's video is not going to be the same format as it used to be. That's because today I am taking time to talk about myself for the first time, I suppose. So I've started to think that I might be the least lucky person who exists on earth right now because in just 1 week, I just lost my job and I got demonetized on YouTube. So let's talk about that, starting with how I just lost my job of 5 years. If you are new here, you probably don't know it, but if you've been following the channel for a while, then you know that I work as a medical interpreter. What is that, you may ask? Where, so basically, the company that I work for, the company that I'm a contractor for, has agreements with hospitals in the United States and Canada when there are like patients who come from Turkey or who come from my country who can't speak English or who can't express themselves good in English or enough. The doctors have our numbers, they have my number. The doctors in that hospital will call me and they will ask me to translate what the patient is saying, vice versa. Because I speak English and I speak my African local language, and I also speak Turkish. If you've been to NYU Langone in New York, or if you've been to Yale New Haven in Connecticut, or maybe you've been to Eskenazi in Indiana, you may have seen our tablets on like standing on like big stands, because like the company provide these huge stands that can, you know, stand on their own during operations or whatever, and then they put our tablets on the stands, and then whenever the doctor needs, they can just use that to call the interpreters. So you may have seen that in your doctor's office or standing somewhere. Basically, it is a remote job. I can work from anywhere in the world, or at least I could work from anywhere in the world as long as I had access to internet. I worked for this
Nice.
company. I'm going to call it Company A because I don't want to disclose the name of the company for some reasons. So I work for Company A. It is one of the leading companies in the industry. It is that company that almost everyone wants to work for. You know, like they have good management, they have good schedules, they have good pay. Everything is just top notch, basically. There is another company that I'm going to call Company B. It is also, you know, doing great in the industry. It is a competitor of Company A that I work for. And there is Company C, which is also a competitor. So all these three companies are competitors to each other. Now, Company C comes with an idea. Company C was like, you know what? Instead of competing with each other, why don't we merge and just become one company? They thought about it, the agreements were made, and the merger happened. Company C had these revolutionary ideas, right? So it was like, you know what? Let's think about how we can cut costs, right? You see, we work with contractors directly, right? We have management, you know, supervisors who is supervising all the interpreters that we have, who are, by the way, many, because we have all the languages you can think of in the world. We have someone who speaks it. So you can imagine that we were like a lot of people, like almost 1,000 people, let's say. Now they're like, you know what? Instead of working with contractors, instead of working with interpreters directly, how about we work with agencies who can hire interpreters for us in their respective countries. So basically something like this. They were like, let's assume we need a Turkish interpreter, right? We hire a Turkish speaking contractor who is like working with us directly. We pay that contractor, let's say $15 per hour, right? Like the wage that we usually give for that language is $15 per hour. We could do something like this. The wages in Turkey are, let's say, $4 per hour, right? So if we could find an agency in Turkey that hires interpreters, contractors from Turkey, and give them to us, we could pay that agency $8. The agency could pay the interpreter $4, and the agency could take $4. That way we could save $7, but not only $7, but also we could save the money we are giving to supervisors who are supervising these contractors, because now the agency will hire its own supervisors to make sure that everything is going smooth. So that happened in December. Then they agreed.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. That was a lot. Well, I guess you can kind of see that coming, right? A company outsourcing or finding a way of outsourcing, like they're trying to find agencies in the respective countries that will act as interpreters. Now, how good those interpreters will translate the information that you're trying to or hiring them to do, I mean, who knows? I guess that's like going to be on a case by case basis. I don't know. But I get where he's coming from, dude. This is a lame reason to be getting laid off, you know. And actually, I feel like someone that translate things, that sounds like a really secure job. Like I feel like that's not something people would typically like expect to getting laid off at that kind of job. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I could see how that probably hit him from far left field. Um, and uh, and yeah, he hasn't even gotten to the most important part of this video, which is the demonetization. Okay? Now, you know, spoiler alert, he talks about how his content is basically using TikToks and other people's content that's on the internet. And he appeals it to YouTube as um, journalism, I guess, or under the umbrella scheme of journalism. I don't know. I don't think I'm a journalist. I don't know if I could get away with that if I said I am being a journalist by covering Tell 'em Boy's video about how he just got laid off. That's not journalism. I don't know. Like it just I can sit here and I can add my take, but I don't know if I'll get demonetized or if I get monetized at all, right? Because I'm not even monetized. Let's talk about that for a moment. I'm not even monetized, folks. I do this for free. Anyway, shout out to my one viewer. You're the best. Okay, so just like full scheme of things here though is the fact that like he's just using other people's content. And I kind of do that. That's like what my thing is too. I just react to people's content and make videos around it. Um, I seen hundreds of channels I feel like do this on YouTube. So for them to like demonetize it now for his particular case, it makes me question if they're going to demonetize it for all of those channels or what's going to happen. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. YouTube has a lot of money. They make money from ads. You know, it, they need creators to be creating.
To it, they send all the interpreters a message saying from March 2025, we will change the way we operate. We will no longer work with contractors directly. We work with agencies. So we will have to fire all of you guys,
That
basically.
sucks.
Fast forward to 31st of March, everyone in the company received an email saying, hey, you've been deactivated. Unfortunately, we will no longer be working with you, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, we lost all our access to the platforms, our credentials, and all. And yeah, here we are, unemployed. So then a few days later, I received another email from YouTube telling me, hey, actually we checked your channel, it doesn't align with our monetization program, so we'll have to deactivate your monetization because of reused content. You can appeal this decision, but you can only appeal once, and if it is denied, you will lose your monetization for 3 months, and after 3 months you can apply again, and we will decide if you are allowed to.
See, I want to know what it is that YouTube's saying because honestly, I don't know. I've been doing this for 2 months. I have to do a little bit more research. I don't know if this like if me is like somebody say it in the comments for someone whoever watches this later. Is me making a video on top of a video actually reusing it like to the point that I can't monetize it? I mean, shit. I don't know. Like I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird place because his content is TikToks. Like he just does TikToks. I just do YouTube videos. You know, I do Code Blue Cam, Midwest Safety, um, you know, decoy voice, tell 'em boys videos and stuff. I do a bunch of different channels, you know. Um, and in the beginning, I thought to myself, well, you know, if other people are doing it and they're monetized, then it's probably okay, right? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know shit.
Be part of our program again. I actually was aware that this could happen because obviously we are using clips in our videos, clips that don't belong to us. No matter how much you can credit the owners, it is still not something that you own rights to. I thought that maybe I could appeal it because it could fall into like journalism, reporting and news and whatever. So I will do that, but now there is a lot of people who are doing the same type of content and we are using the same clips. So I'm kind of 90% sure that this will lead to nowhere. This appeal will not be accepted, but let's hope that it will. But whether it will or not, I may have to change the format of our videos and the way I present them, and or at least I will start doing it in the way that it will fall into accepted ways of YouTube. So yeah.
That's what I want to know. Where is like the clear-cut guideline that says that? That's just I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, my heart goes out to you, Tell 'em boy. I hope that you get your monetization back for your sake and mine because I'm trying to be monetized and I don't. I mean, I'm just making a video on top. I'm just yapping. I'm just flexing my degree in yapology out here on top of your video. So, how much content am I really like reusing? I mean, and then this is not the only person. Like he said, like hundreds of people do this, bro. Hundreds of people do this, dude. Um, anyway, I don't always have to be doing reaction content. I'll read articles sometimes, and I'll do coding and I'll do some stuff. I'll do some stuff on here. I'll do some stuff. Anyway, um, so there was only one other thing that I wanted to like actually watch, and it's this meme that's been going around. Um, Shoebody Bop. You may know about this. So this video is actually nuts. I seen it for the first time just the other day. They just got released on YouTube 3 months ago. There is an explanation behind this. So this was made for another channel, I guess a few years ago, and I think it flopped. And then it was re-released. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't know the whole like history behind Shoebody Bop, but this you may have seen this.
Shoebody do 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 do. Bop shoebody do 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 do. Bop shoebody do bop shoebody do. Bop shoebody do 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 do. Bop shoebody do. Bop bop shoebody do. Bop shoebody do. Bop shoebody do. Bop shoebody do. Bop shoebody do 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 do. Bop shoebody do. Shooby bop 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 a doo. Shooby bop 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 a doo. Shooby bop 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 a doo. Shooby bop shooby bop shooby boo. Shooby bop shooby bop 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 a doo. Shooby bop shooby bop 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 a doo. Shooby bop shooby bop 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 a doo. Shooby bop shooby bop shooby bop shooby boo.
All right, that was amazing, right? So let's just Google it. Oh my God. All right. Will we get an AI overview? We got an AI overview. Jesus. Likely refers to bop in music, specifically bebop, which originated in jazz in the 1940s. Bebop, the musical style carried. What is this thing fucking talking about? All right. Um, the Bop M guy, Baptist. Okay, so I watched a video about this last night, and it came from another YouTube, the Minute Hour. That's what it's called, the Minute Hour. This looks like it might know your meme. Know your meme, okay? The Shoebody Bop, also known as the summoning meme, refers to the a cappella song created by the YouTube The Minute Hour and a viral video animated by the drug Lang Lewis that shows a priest-like figure dressed in blue robes standing in a river, headbutting people dressed in robes as other blue-robed people sing Shoebody Bop. The man continues headbutting the people handed off to him, who created increasing in forehead strength until people dressed in red robes summoned a spiky headed demon. The animation style has been compared to Adult Swim. The song was originally posted in 2002 as a sequel to the 2018 animated video Something Terribly Offensive. As posted by the Minute Hour and animated by Drew Langlois. In early 2025, the Minute Hour unlisted both videos, prompted Drew Lug Lewis to repost the animations, And the renewed virality of the video led by TikTok and Instagram led it in March 2025, in which internet users used green screen clips from the animation. So you've been seeing this on green screen clips. Um, Dude, this is absolutely hilarious. Incredible. I don't have ad block. Anyway, look, I think that it's pretty like interesting how these memes become viral. Some 42,000 people came and looked this up before I did. Anyway, um that was pretty much the whole stream, folks. That's it. That's all I had. So we're gonna check on our Ubuntu, okay? Because I don't remember where I left that off. So how do I check my Ubuntu version? WSL, please. Oh, you can't just say WSL. You have to say Ubuntu, whatever. Okay. Release dash A. Oh my lord, I messed that up horribly. Do it again. Dash 1. I mean, that does make sense, doesn't it? Bionic. I thought, am I not able to latest? Okay, yeah, because the last, okay, so, okay, there was a handful of problems here. First, I think it was my Ubuntu version. I tried to upgrade to 22.2. Maybe I'm not able to do that. Um, Another problem was my Node version. Aha, 14.15 is good. It's not 8.8. So that's what we're using globally. I wonder what npm is. I might have needed to use the global flag there. Aha! The error that we were seeing first. Those permissions issues. But sudo, I don't think sudo will allow me to do it. And this is my own machine, by the way. Sudo npm g. What was the command? I don't even remember. Let's just go back up one. npm, yeah. Right. Lord. This is I don't want to deal with this problem anymore. This is what happens when you make a machine 4 years ago and then don't like touch it for 4 years. And then you're like, oh, I forgot the password. I forgot the password. I'm just clacking away. Hmm. Whatever. We'll get around to it. We'll get around to it. I think I'm just gonna end up creating a new a VM or something, but I don't want to do this on stream because it's just gonna crash the stream. It's gonna use all of my GPU. So now, um, so we did Shoe Body Bop. Let me think here. Put you in the be right back. Hold on, dude. What was I gonna do here again? I don't know. Figure it out. Just go to your watch later or something. All right, I'll do the Terrence Howard video. Yeah, 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 yeah. How P did you try to fuck him? Yeah, 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 for sure. All right, we're back. So, um, I really do want to code for you guys, but I really don't know what's going on with that WSL. I have to figure out the password, and that's one problem. I had the thought of going into the machine's binary. I might do that while this video is playing, just off screen. But yeah, and hopefully that doesn't mess up the stream because I'm doing too much at once. What did I close it? I might just create another user too, right? But um, anyway, let's watch this video. So this is by Valuetainment. Already got 2.4 million views. Incredible. Puffy tried to F me by Terrence Howard, and I don't know, dude. I seen a short for this, and I just absolutely was shocked by the language he was using. So
There's a short life in
Why,
the
why do you
acting
think that
world.
is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card,
What is that? What do you mean by that?
you give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
he's talking about getting fucked in the butthole.
That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You
By the diddler.
shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
The diddler.
So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because
Did you guys know that the diddler is sharing a cell with Sam Bankman-Fried? That shit is sus.
they get fluid.
They did that shit on purpose.
And next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Oh my my gosh, dude. What's this guy's name? I forgot what this guy's name is. Okay, Valuetainment. He's the star of Valuetainment. Anyway, look at it. It's just like I did not expect this dude to come on my show and say that shit, bro. I can tell 100% that's how he's feeling right now.
Sorry.
No, no, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Beezus
Sorry.
struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy.
Damn.
And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here is men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the
That's
aggression
crazy.
is
Is that true?
necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have
Wait a second, though. He just dropped something crazy.
It can stay in place. What benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here is men. We produce 1,500 bodies to go and get the role. They get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything.
That, I mean, you know what? I don't agree with everything Terrence Howard has ever said, but that was some quality wisdom right there. Um, if you sell yourself out, then did you really achieve anything? Or did you just sell yourself out? Terrence Howard dropped some fucking knowledge bombs on us just now. That was pretty deep, dude. That shit was pretty deep.
If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here is men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
I'm sorry, but the AI overview says he's correct.
You don't trade that in, no matter what.
did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah. I
when you
mean,
said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yo, give that man a raise because he knew what was up with Diddy. He was like, this guy's trying to fuck you, Terrence. Hey, dog. I think he's trying to fuck you. How did you? How did, How do you even like go about telling that to like your boss? I think he's trying to fuck you. Is Diddy in the same room? He's just like over here. Like, what the hell? Oh, dude, the diddler strikes again.
Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch
That's
them in the mouth,
crazy,
or
dude.
threaten to knock their head off for talking
Hollywood,
to you
bro.
like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're
Well,
going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen,
see what
we've
I'm
talked
saying?
about it. We've
He
had a
had
lot of
no
the guys
idea.
on to talk about this
He's
stuff.
not
Are you
lying when he
done
said
with
that.
Hollywood because of
No,
this
I mean
specific reason? Or?
I'm still working. I still, you know, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and
This is why I say I don't agree with everything he says.
that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is Terrence Howard. I'm an actor, but in the field of science also. So if you would like to connect with me, you can connect with me on Minect. The QR code is down below, and let's have a great conversation.
If you
Anyway, that was cool. Um, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That's gonna be it for today. I only did three. I have to figure out what's going on with NPM. I did figure out the password while we were watching this video. However, I think I have corrupt files on that file system. I don't really care to solve that. So I'm actually just going to uninstall and reinstall. Fix the problem the old-fashioned way, baby.